November 19th, 2024, a Tuesday. The kind of day that starts normal and ends with your entire empire on fire. Jimmy Donaldson, the man the internet calls Mr. Beast, sat in his Greenville, North Carolina office staring at a number on his screen. $100 million, not profit, not revenue, liability. The Amazon deal was imploding. The burger company was suing him for $75 million. His co-host since 2012, a man named Ava Chris Tyson, had just been erased from every thumbnail, every archive, every piece of content after allegations surfaced in July that made the brand scatter like rats off a sinking ship. And now, the letter. The one from the law firm in Los Angeles. The one that used the word fraudulent 6 times in 2 pages. He built the biggest channel on YouTube, 367 million subscribers as of that morning. More than the population of the United States. And yet, in 72 hours, he would lose $42 million in pre-sold ad inventory because nobody wanted their logo next to his face anymore. This is not a story about a creator who got too big. This is a story about a man who weaponized generosity, industrialized dopamine, and then discovered that when you build an empire on spectacle, the spectacle eventually devours you. Let's rewind. 1998, Wichita, Kansas. Jimmy Donaldson is born into a split home. His parents divorce when he's a teenager. His mother, Sue, works at a call center. His father vanishes from the narrative almost entirely, the way absent fathers do in every origin story that ends in obsession. Jimmy is not an athlete. He is not popular. He is the kid in the back of the classroom at Greenville Christian Academy watching YouTube videos on a cracked iPod Touch. This is 2012. The platform is still figuring out what it wants to be. Jimmy is 13 years old when he uploads his first video. It gets 40 views, mostly family. His early content is plagiarism dressed up as inspiration. Top 10 lists, worst intros on YouTube, videos about other YouTubers. The bottom feeder content that every desperate kid makes when they realize the algorithm does not care about effort, only about volume. He drops out of college after 2 weeks. East Carolina University. His mother begs him to stay. He tells her, "I'd rather be homeless and making videos than have a degree and be miserable." It's November 2016 when he says this. He is 18 years old. He has 16,000 subscribers. That is not a career. That is a hobby that annoys your family at Thanksgiving. But Jimmy has something most people don't. He has the sickness, the kind of obsessive compulsion that makes you film yourself counting to 100,000 over the course of 40 hours straight. That video goes up in January 2017. It is unwatchable. It is 44 hours of footage condensed into a package that feels like a hostage situation. And it goes viral. 2 million views in the first week. 26 million as of today, because people do not want to be entertained anymore. They want to be shocked. They want to send it to their friends and say, "Can you believe this psychopath actually did this?" Jimmy learns the lesson early. Suffering is content. Endurance is currency. In March 2017, he counts to 200,000. In June, he watches the same Jake Paul music video for 10 hours straight. The views go parabolic. By the end of 2017, he has 1 million subscribers. But more importantly, he has a formula. Take something no rational human would do. Do it. Film it. Repeat. Then comes the money. February 2018. The video that changes everything. I gave my 40,000th subscriber $10,000. It is shot in a parking lot outside a Walmart in Greenville. The subscriber is a kid named Harley. He shows up thinking it's a prank. Jimmy hands him a stack of cash wrapped in a rubber band. $10,000. The video costs Jimmy almost nothing to produce. It makes him $40,000 in ad revenue in the first month, and the comment section loses its mind. This is the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. Faith in humanity restored. Jimmy reads every single comment, and he sees it. The equation, generosity is spectacle equals algorithmic gold. In March, he gives a homeless man $10,000. In April, he tips a pizza delivery guy $10,000. The guy cries on camera. That video gets 18 million views. Jimmy is not stupid. He knows what he has stumbled into. Charity is not the point. The point is the reaction shot, the tears, the disbelief, the moment a human being realizes their life just changed, and the camera is 3 feet from their face. By the end of 2018, MrBeast has 10 million subscribers, but the money is gone. Every dollar he makes, he spends. He is not saving. He is not investing in index funds. He is buying cars and giving them away. He is renting out entire stadiums and filling them with bouncy castles for a video that will be forgotten in 6 weeks. His friends think he is insane. His mother thinks he is going to end up bankrupt. But Jimmy sees something they don't. He is not spending money. He is buying attention. And attention, in 2018, is the only asset that matters. In December, he uploads, "I spent $100,000 on lottery tickets and won." 6 is. The blank is filled in with 50,000. He lost $50,000 for a video, but the video gets 37 million views, which generates $200,000 in ad revenue. And suddenly, every other creator on the platform realizes they have been playing the wrong game. YouTube is not about personality anymore. It is about budget, and MrBeast has just declared war on everyone with a smaller bank account. The year he goes nuclear. In January, he launches "I bought everything in a store." He walks into a furniture store in Greenville with a duffel bag full of cash and buys every single item. $60,000. He gives it all to a homeless shelter. The video gets 41 million views. In February, he plants 20 million trees. Not himself. He starts a campaign called Team Trees. He partners with a non-profit called the Arbor Day Foundation. He raises $20 million in 56 days. Elon Musk donates $1 million. Toby Luck, the CEO of Shopify, donates $1 million. Jimmy becomes the face of ecological activism without ever talking about policy, carbon credits, or systemic change. He just says, "Let's plant trees," and the internet opens its wallet. The media loves him. He goes on The Tonight Show in December. Jimmy Fallon calls him the future of entertainment. Forbes puts him on the 30 under 30 list. He is 21 years old, and he is just getting started. But behind the scenes, the machine is breaking. His crew is burning out. They're filming 6 days a week, 18-hour shoots. Jimmy does not believe in work-life balance. He believes in obsession. If you are not willing to sleep in the office, you are not committed. One editor, a guy named Jake Franklin, quits in March 2019. He later tells a podcast, "Jimmy is the best boss and the worst boss. He will give you a Rolex for your birthday, but he will also text you at 3 in the morning asking why the thumbnail is not done." Another employee, a woman named Bailey, leaves in August. She signs an NDA. She does not say why, but the whispers start. The Reddit threads, the anonymous Glassdoor reviews, toxic positivity, cult-like environment. You are not allowed to say no. Jimmy ignores it. He has 40 million subscribers now. The hate is just noise. And noise does not matter when you are winning. The pandemic hits. The world shuts down. Every other creator pivots to low-budget content filmed in their bedroom. Jimmy does the opposite. In April, he uploads "I opened a free car dealership." He buys 12 used cars, parks them in a lot, and gives them away to strangers. The video costs him $240,000. It makes him $800,000 in ad revenue. While small creators are begging for sponsorships, MrBeast is signing 7-figure deals with Honey, Quid, and CSGO Lotto. He is not a YouTuber anymore. He is a media company disguised as a person. By June, he has 50 million subscribers. In September, he launches MrBeast Burger, not a restaurant, a ghost kitchen concept. He partners with Virtual Dining Concepts, a company that licenses his name to 600 kitchens across America. You order a MrBeast burger on DoorDash. It gets made in the back of a Red Robin. Jimmy never touches the food. He just collects the royalty. 3 million burgers sold in the first 3 months. The press calls it genius. Wall Street calls it the future of celebrity licensing. Nobody asks what happens when the quality control does not exist and the burgers taste like cardboard soaked in grease. But the real war is not with other creators. It is with a man named Mark Rober, former NASA engineer, 20 million subscribers, the only person on YouTube who can compete with MrBeast's production budget. In December 2020, they collaborate on a video called "I Survived 50 Hours in Antarctica." It is shot on location, actual Antarctica. The budget is estimated at $600,000. It gets 71 million views. The two of them are friendly in public, but behind the scenes, they are both trying to kill each other. Not literally, but in the only way that matters on YouTube, by making the other one irrelevant. Mark goes high concept, science, engineering, education wrapped in spectacle. Jimmy goes primal, money, suffering, human reaction. In February 2021, Jimmy uploads, "I bought a private island." He does not actually buy it. He rents it for a video. But the title does not say that. The video gets 83 million views. Mark uploads world's largest Jello pool. 31 million views. Jimmy wins. He always wins. He always wins. Because his titles are lies that feel like truth. And Mark's titles are truth that feels like homework. March 2021. MrBeast hits 100 million subscribers. He is the 5th individual creator to do it. PewDiePie, Set India, Cocomelon, Kids, Diana Show. And now Jimmy. He celebrates by giving away a private jet in a video. Except he does not own the jet. He rents it for 2 days and films a competition where 100 people compete to keep their hand on the plane the longest. The winner gets to fly on it once. Not keep it. Fly on it. The title says, "I gave away a private jet." Technically true. Functionally misleading. The comment section does not care. They are too busy arguing about who deserved to win. This is the magic of MrBeast. He has trained his audience to not ask questions, to just consume, to just click, to just share. Critical thinking is the enemy of virality. But then, the cracks. May 2021. A video surfaces from a former employee named Marcus. He does not work for Jimmy anymore. He signed an NDA, but he is willing to break it. He uploads a 15-minute video to his channel titled, "The Truth About Working for MrBeast." 300,000 views in the first day. He talks about the culture, the impossible deadlines, the way Jimmy would pit employees against each other to see who wanted it more. He told us that if we were not willing to die for the content, we should leave, Marcus says on camera, and he was not joking. The video gets taken down within 48 hours, copyright claim. MrBeast's legal team, Marcus's channel, gets 2 strikes. He never uploads again. The video is scrubbed from the internet, but screenshots live forever. Reddit detectives archive everything. The narrative starts to shift. Maybe MrBeast is not the wholesome billionaire in the making. Maybe he is something else. June 2021. Feastables launches his own chocolate brand. He partners with a co-packer in Pennsylvania. The pitch is simple. Better ingredients than Hershey's. Sold in Walmart. Impulse buy at the checkout aisle. The first production run is 2 million bars. They sell out in 3 weeks. Jimmy claims it is the fastest growing food brand in history. Bloomberg writes a puff piece. Forbes estimates his net worth at $50 million. He is 23 years old. But the Feastables launch is also where the money gets weird. He raises capital from a group of private investors. The terms are not public, but according to a source who spoke to Business Insider in 2023, Jimmy gives up 30% of the company for $12 million. That values Feastables at $40 million before it has even proven product market fit. The investors do not care. They are not betting on chocolate. They are betting on the audience. 300 million people who will buy anything he tells them to. And then Ava. Chris Tyson. Born Chris Tyson. Jimmy's best friend since middle school. The guy who has been in every video since 2012. The guy who wore the ridiculous wigs. The guy who took the punishments. The guy who made MrBeast feel human. In October 2022, Ava comes out as transgender. Jimmy supports her publicly. "Love you no matter what," he tweets. The audience splits. Half of them cheer. Half of them unsubscribe. Jimmy loses 3 million subscribers in 2 weeks. But he does not fire Ava. Not yet. Because firing her would be admitting that his brand is more important than his friend. And in October 2022, he still believes he can have both. The Amazon deal. This is the one that changes everything. In February, Jimmy signs a contract with Amazon Prime Video to produce a reality competition show called Beast Games. The budget is $100 million, the largest production budget for a digital creator in history. The concept is simple. 1,000 contestants. Elimination challenges. Cash prizes. Squid Game meets Survivor meets MrBeast. Filming begins in July in Las Vegas. They rent out the Allegiant Stadium, the same stadium where the Raiders play. The logistics are insane. 1,000 people. Meals. Hotels. Liability waivers. Medical staff. Jimmy hires a production company called Magic Elves. They produce Top Chef. They know how to run a set. But they do not know how to work with Jimmy. Because Jimmy does not care about union rules. He does not care about overtime. He does not care about safety protocols. He cares about the shot. August 2023. The lawsuit. A contestant named Maria Lopez files a complaint in Clark County Court. She claims she was injured during a challenge. A rope snag. She falls 12 feet, breaks her wrist, requires surgery. She says there was no medical staff on site when it happened. She says she waited 40 minutes for an ambulance. She is suing for $2 million. MrBeast's legal team responds with a motion to dismiss. They claim she signed a waiver. They claim the injury was her fault. The case is still pending as of November 2024. But it does not matter, because Maria is not the only one. In September, 3 more contestants file a class action lawsuit. They claim they were not fed properly, that the challenges were rigged, that the whole thing was a scam designed to generate content, not to actually give away money. The lawsuit asks for $75 million in damages. Jimmy's team calls it frivolous, but Amazon starts to get nervous. October 2023, the Avaya situation explodes. An anonymous Twitter account posts screenshots of Discord messages allegedly sent by Ava in 2020. The messages show her in a server with minors. The messages are sexual in nature, not explicit, but inappropriate. The account posts more screenshots. Ava in a conversation with a 13-year-old fan. The fan asked for advice. Ava responds with messages that, even in the most generous reading, cross a line. The tweets go viral. 2 million impressions in 6 hours. Keemstar covers it. Kavos covers it. Every drama channel on YouTube smells blood. Ava deletes her Twitter account. Jimmy says nothing. For 3 days, he says nothing. The silence is deafening. Finally, on October 12th, a statement. We take these allegations seriously and are conducting an internal investigation. That is it. 32 words. No defense of Ava. No condemnation. Just legal boilerplate. The next day, every video with Ava is taken down. Not unlisted. Deleted. Hundreds of videos. Hundreds of videos. Thousands of hours of content. Gone. Ava is erased. No announcement. No goodbye video. Just gone. Like she never existed. November 2023. The burger lawsuit. MrBeast Burger is falling apart. The ghost kitchen model is a disaster. Customers are complaining on Twitter. My burger was cold. It took 2 hours. This tastes like freezer burn. The Yelp reviews are brutal. 2.3 stars, average across 600 locations. Jimmy tries to fix it. He tweets, "We're working on quality control." But it is too late. In November, Virtual Dining Concepts sues him for breaching the agreement. They claim he stopped promoting the brand. They claim he damaged their reputation by publicly criticizing the food quality. They are asking for $75 million. Jimmy countersues. He claims VDC failed to maintain standards. He claims they destroyed his brand. The lawsuits are both active. The court date is set for March 2025, but the damage is done. MrBeast Burger shuts down in 400 locations by December 2023. The dream of a food empire is dead. December 2023. The dream of a food empire is dead. December 2023. Jimmy is not sleeping. His team will later tell reporters that he was running on 4 hours a night, sometimes less. The Amazon shows in post-production hell. The footage is not cutting together the way they planned. The eliminations look staged. The reactions look fake. Because they are fake. On December 18th, a leaked email from an Amazon executive to the Beast Games production team surfaces on Reddit. The subject line reads, "Contestant authenticity concerns." The body of the email is 3 paragraphs of corporate panic. We are seeing patterns in the footage that suggest predetermined outcomes. If this is accurate, we have a significant legal and PR problem. The email is authenticated by The Verge 2 days later. Amazon does not deny it. They just say they are working closely with the production team to ensure compliance. Compliance with what? They do not specify. But everyone knows what it means. The show might be rigged. And if the show is rigged, the entire MrBeast brand, built on the illusion of fairness, of random generosity, of ordinary people getting life-changing money, is a lie. January 2024. The IRS comes knocking. Not publicly. But the subpoena is real. According to documents obtained by ProPublica in August 2024, the IRS opened an investigation into MrBeast LLC in January over concerns about how prize money is being reported. When Jimmy gives away $100,000 in a video, is that a legitimate prize, subject to tax withholding? Or is it paid to actors, which would make a taxable income under a different structure? The difference matters. If the IRS determines that the people in his videos are not contestants but paid participants, Jimmy owes back taxes on years of giveaways. The estimate, according to one forensic accountant interviewed by ProPublica, could be as high as $30 million. Jimmy's CFO, a man named Alex, resigns on January 22nd. No public statement. He just updates his LinkedIn. Former CFO, MrBeast LLC. He is replaced by a corporate hire from PepsiCo, someone who knows how to deal with federal audits. February 2024. Sponsors start to pull out. Honey, the browser extension that paid MrBeast $2 million per integration in 2023, does not renew the contract. A spokesman for Honey tells AJH, "We are reallocating our creator budget to align with evolving brand safety standards." That is corporate speak for, "We do not want to be associated with you anymore." Shopify, which had a deal worth $1.5 million for a series of videos promoting small businesses, quietly ends the partnership in early March. No press release, just a canceled invoice. Jimmy's revenue is collapsing. In 2022, he made $54 million, according to a Forbes estimate. In 2023, that number balloons to $82 million. But in the first quarter of 2024, he makes $11 million. The math is not sustainable. His monthly burn rate, the amount he spends on production, staff, office leases, and content, is estimated at $7 million. He is bleeding out. March 2024. The team fractures. Chandler Hallow, one of the original four guys, the one who always lost the challenges, the lovable idiot who made the videos feel like a friend group instead of a corporation, quits. He does not announce it, he just stops appearing in videos. Fans notice in April, "Where is Chandler?" becomes a meme. Reddit threads dissect every frame. Finally, in May, Chandler posts a TikTok. He is in a new apartment. He looks tired. "I needed a break," he says. "I love Jimmy. But I needed to remember who I was before all this." He does not say anything else. He does not trash Jimmy, but he does not defend him either. The absence of loyalty is louder than any accusation. Carl Jacobs, another core member, distances himself. He stops appearing in MrBeast videos and focuses on his own channel. By June, the original crew is gone. Jimmy is surrounded by new faces. Employees who never knew the early days. People who see this as a job, not a mission. April 2024. The New York Times publishes a 10,000-word investigation. The headline, "The Money Machine Inside MrBeast's Empire of Spectacle." It is devastating. The reporters, 3 of them, spent 8 months interviewing former employees, contestants, business partners, and industry experts. They obtain internal Slack messages, budget spreadsheets, NDA agreements that include clauses prohibiting employees from speaking negatively about the company for 10 years after they leave. One former producer, identified only as Sarah, tells The Times, "Jimmy is not evil. But he is not a person anymore. He is a system, and the system only cares about growth." The article details the Amazon production disasters. The contestant who was hospitalized for dehydration during a challenge in the Vegas heat, the crew member who had a panic attack on set and was told by a production manager, "We do not have time for this." The piece does not call MrBeast a fraud. It does something worse. It calls him inevitable. Donaldson is not an aberration, the article concludes. He is the logical endpoint of a platform that rewards scale over substance, spectacle over story, and virality over virtue. May 2024. Jimmy tries to fight back. He uploads a video on May 14th titled "Clearing the Air." It is 12 minutes long. He sits in a chair, no cuts, no edits, just him talking to the camera. "I have made mistakes," he says. "I have pushed people too hard. I have prioritized content over people. and I am sorry. He addresses the lawsuits. I cannot talk about active litigation, but I will say this. I have always tried to do right by the people in my videos. He addresses Ava. What happened with Ava broke my heart. I trusted someone I should not have, and I take full responsibility for not seeing it sooner. He addresses the Amazon show. Beast Games will be the biggest thing I have ever done. And yes, there have been challenges, but we are fixing them. The video gets 41 million views in the first week. The like-to-dislike ratio, visible via third-party extensions, is 62% positive. That is low for MrBeast. His videos usually hit 95%. The comments are a war zone. Half the audience believes him. Half thinks it is damage control. The truth is probably both. June 2024. Amazon delays Beast Games. The original release date was supposed to be July 2024. Then it gets pushed to September. Then November. By October, there is no release date at all. An Amazon spokesperson tells Variety, "We are committed to delivering a high-quality product and will release Beast Games when it meets our standards." That is the kiss of death in Hollywood. When a studio stops giving you a date, it means they are trying to figure out how to bury you without taking a total loss. Rumors circulate that Amazon is considering releasing the show with a disclaimer, something like elements of this program were produced for entertainment purposes, which is another way of saying this might be fake, but please do not sue us. July 2024, the Ava criminal investigation begins. The screenshots from October 2023 reach law enforcement. The FBI opens a case, not a full investigation, just a preliminary review. They subpoena Discord, they subpoena Twitter, they interview the minors who were in the server. According to a report by NBC News in September, the FBI determines that while Ava's behavior was inappropriate, it does not meet the threshold for federal charges. No explicit images were shared, no physical contact occurred, but the damage is done. Ava, who has been silent for 9 months, releases a statement through a lawyer. "I made mistakes in how I communicated with fans. I deeply regret any harm caused. I am seeking treatment and stepping away from public life." She does not apologize to Jimmy. She does not thank him. The friendship, the one that started in a middle school cafeteria in Greenville, is over. August 2024. Jimmy sells equity. He has no choice. The legal bills are piling up. The IRS case is going to trial. The MrBeast Burger lawsuit is eating through cash reserves. He needs liquidity. He brings in a private equity firm called Thrive Capital and invests $50 million for a 15% stake in MrBeast LLC. That values the company at $333 million. On paper, Jimmy is worth $280 million. In reality, he is drowning. Because the valuation is based on future growth. And future growth requires the audience to still care. And in August 2024, for the first time in 5 years, MrBeast's subscriber count stops growing. He sits at 305 million subscribers. The next month he gains 200,000. The month after that, 100,000. The hockey stick is flattening. The algorithm is moving on. September 2024. A video essay changes everything. A YouTuber named CoffeeZilla, who specializes in exposing scams, uploads a video titled MrBeast's Fake Giveaways, a 2-year investigation. It is 1 hour and 43 minutes long. CoffeeZilla and his team track down 37 people who were supposedly random winners in MrBeast videos. 12 of them do not exist. The social media accounts are fake. The addresses are PO boxes. 5 of them are actors who have appeared in other YouTube videos. CoffeeZilla finds one woman, a supposed winner of $50,000 in a 2022 video, working at a Target in Ohio. He interviews her on camera. "I got paid $500 to be in the video," she says. "I never got $50,000. I thought everyone knew it was fake." The video gets 11 million views in 72 hours. It is the most damaging thing anyone has ever made about MrBeast. Because it is not allegations. It is evidence. October 2024. Jimmy does not respond to CoffeeZilla. His legal team sends a cease and desist. CoffeeZilla posts it on Twitter with the caption, "Truth is not defamation." The letter gets ratioed into oblivion. Jimmy's silence is interpreted as guilt. His core audience, the 12 to 18-year-olds who grew up watching him, start to turn. The kids who save their allowance to buy Feastables. The kids who defended him in school arguments, they feel betrayed, not because he is rich, but because he lied about how he got there. In late October, a TikTok trend emerges. Tell me you were a MrBeast fan without telling me you were a MrBeast fan. The responses are brutal. I believe people could be good. I thought generosity was real. I was 12 and stupid. The cruelty of the internet, which once built him, is now dismantling him piece by piece. November 19th, 2024. We are back where we started. Jimmy sits in his office, the one he bought in 2021 for $4 million in Greenville. The walls are covered in framed thumbnails, milestones, 100 million subscribers, 1 billion views. The first, Feastables bar. They look like museum exhibits now. Artifacts from a time that is already over. His phone buzzes. A text from his lawyer. Amazon is pulling Beast Games, official statement in 1 hour. He does not react, he just stares at the number on his screen. $100 million. The biggest deal he ever signed. Gone. He thinks about the early days. The days when it was just him and a camera and a dream that nobody believed in. The days when giving away $10,000 felt like changing the world. He wonders when it stopped being about the people and started being about the spectacle. Or maybe it was always about the spectacle. Maybe he just convinced himself it was not. The statement from Amazon goes live at 3:47 p.m. Eastern. After careful consideration, Amazon Studios has decided not to move forward with Beast Games. We appreciate the hard work of everyone involved. That is it. No explanation. No apology. Just corporate detachment. Jimmy's net worth, which Forbes estimated at $280 million in August, is now functionally unknowable. His company is worth whatever someone is willing to pay for it, and right now, nobody is buying. The MrBeast Burger lawsuits will take years to resolve. The IRS case will take years. The class action from the Beast Games contestants will take years. He will spend the next decade in court, not creating, just defending. The algorithm has already moved on. There is a new face on the trending page. A kid from Ohio doing the same thing Jimmy did in 2017, counting to 1 million, giving away cars. The cycle repeats. Here is the lesson. The dark, cynical, unavoidable lesson. Generosity, when weaponized for content, is not generosity. It is transaction. And every transaction has a price. Jimmy paid his in credibility, in friendships, in the thing that made people believe in him in the first place. He wanted to be the biggest, and he was. But size is not legacy, and spectacle is not meaning. You can buy attention. You can manufacture virality. You can even for a while make people think you are saving the world. But you cannot fake authenticity forever. The internet always finds out, and when it does not forgive. It just forgets, and moves on to the next one. Jimmy Donaldson is 26 years old, he has 307 million subscribers, and nothing left to say.